Well, in the words of Victor Meldrew, I don't believe it. Okay, so I will try and keep this as short as possible. I arrived in from work at somewhere between 11:30, midnight-ish. Gets in and thinks to myself, I've not checked on my egg sack. Today it needs a mist. So, as always, I head over, lift up the lid, and in the failing light notice a slight difference in the sack. I grab my phone, put on a torch, shine it on. There I can see the tiniest of little holes starting to develop in the egg sack. Excitement grips me. I grab my camera, I rig it up, I film from the tiny little hole, and I film it getting bigger and bigger and bigger until they make the hole no bigger. They stop. Gripped with excitement, I realise I only have half an hour recording of possibility on my phone, which is now maxed out on making this hole. So quickly, I back up that video to Google. Backup complete, it tells me. Yes! Happy days. Delete the half hour that I've filmed. I now have another half an hour I can film on my phone, and I can reclaim that from Google later on to complete this video. Yes! So, the night wears on. And all in, this took me about 3 hours. On and off recording, backing up, deleting, creating space on my phone. On and on and on it went. Anyhow, long story short, finally everything finished, and I'll fill you in as we go. So go to edit my video, and the half hour of that perfect little hole being made is gone. Nowhere to be seen. It's not on Google, it's not on my phone, it's not in the backup, it's not in the bin, it's nowhere, doesn't exist, ceases to be, gone. Completely and utterly gone. My time lapse of the hole getting bigger and bigger and bigger, gone. Disappeared. Doesn't exist. So we'll have to pick it up from after the hole is made. Brilliant. Never before, to the best of my knowledge, has this footage, or what we're about to see, appeared on YouTube. I do not think. It might be. Couldn't find it on a quick search. To the best of my knowledge, this is the first time this has been done, and it's gone. Kaiser Soze. But I do have the rest of the footage. So the hole is formed, and as we watch this, you will start to see, you can see them moving about in there, and then you'll see these tiny little legs poke on out. There we go. And just can't quite get out yet. Not yet. Just not quite yet. And again, legs out, dancing all about, feeling around, trying to get out, but just does not seem to pop out the egg sac yet. Then I realised, of course, I'm shining lights on these things that are very sensitive to light, probably not liking it very much, so I tried to film in the dark, in the shadows as much as possible, dim the lights, still was struggling. Then eliminated as much light as I could. One was almost out, but it was stuck half in, half out. And then I realised, of course, the hole maybe isn't quite big enough, which is why we're only ever seeing legs. So I decided at this moment in time I was going to help them out. Got the sack, put the torch on my phone so I could see what I was doing, and gently blew onto the sling that was midway until it backed back in. Got a tiny little safety pin and just made that hole a tiny little bit bigger, and then this is what happened. So, as I just mentioned, I did make the hole slightly larger. If you look carefully, you can see it's not so much a perfect circle anymore, but slightly flattened on the bottom. Sadly, one of the slings immediately popped out. There's the first hatched out sling from this egg sac. So I maybe didn't catch the very first one hatching out. It was quite eager to get out. But if we watch, we will see the second sling coming out, followed by its siblings. And as I have said, to the best of my knowledge, there have not been, or there is not, another video on YouTube of DEINOPIS hatching out of the egg sac. So ladies, gentlemen, here I give you the second sling making its way out of that tiny little sac. This time, it's about 3 o'clock in the morning. My eyes are burning. I've just done a 16-hour shift at work. I am absolutely knackered. I went to bed. Now, let's go check on the slings and rehome them into a new setup. Okay, so here we can see I have rigged up housing for them. Mesh lid to provide plenty of ventilation. Moss in the bottom and some branches for them to hang off. And of course, bringing this round, here is that tub the day after the filming we've just had. So let's get all these tiny little ones into here. Okay, so here is the jar, and I don't this is going to be an interesting attempt. So let us get ready, get the lid off, and look at all those little darling slings. Now, of course, we need to get them into there. So there we have it, they went into the enclosure. That was a lot more simple than I had anticipated. The picture quality isn't great, obviously due to the fact that I'm filming on my phone, but most of them are down on the bottom in amongst the sub-layer and will work their way up towards the top. We can see a few crawling around on the branches, and eventually they'll all work their way up to the top and kind of set on a large kind of communal type web. But we'll take a look at the older established colony to give you an idea of what that looks like. And here is that first lot, all settled in, webbed up nicely and living in their jar. When they start to molt, I shall order fruit flies and the feeding frenzy shall begin. Okay, so I am absolutely gutted that I lost the footage. But at the same time, I am over the moon that I managed to catch DEINOPIS or net casting or ogre face spiders, depending on your preference, hatching out the sack. And as I mentioned throughout this footage, I, to the best of my knowledge, have not seen any other videos on YouTube of this happening. It could feasibly be a YouTube first. If not, if somebody's beating me to it, I do apologise. But I hope you've enjoyed this anyway. Sorry the footage is not great, but it was filmed at like about 3 o'clock this morning, or that morning, and I was exhausted. I just wanted to go to my bed, but I had to get this footage. But I could not settle till I got this footage. Anyway, really hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you ever so much for watching. Please do like, comment and subscribe, and we will see you next time. Thank you ever so much, and bye-bye for now. Bye-bye.